Welcome back to Green is Good. This is the Go Green edition of Green is Good. We're here in beautiful downtown Seattle, and we're so honored to have with us Sterne. He's the general manager of Keeney's Office Supply and Interiors. Welcome to Green is Good, Stephen.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, you know, first of all, you're wearing the perfect shirt for Go Green and for Green is Good. You've got the green shirt on. We've got the whole thing covered here. The green tie, the green shirt, we're set. You know, before we get talking about Keeneys and all the great stuff that you're doing in green there, and we have some wonderful products here, can you share a little bit about the Sterne story? Where did you grow up, and where did you get so excited about and interested in sustainability and green?
I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Wow.
I studied science and society in college in Connecticut in the 1980s, double majored with theater. I moved to Seattle to go to graduate school to get my MFA in directing plays and studied at the University of Washington from 1985 to 87. Got my degree, realized you can't make any money directing plays. A friend of mine who did a lot of theater with me in college worked part-time at Keeney's Office Supply. So he got me an interview. I'd done retail my whole life, and I came to work as a retail salesperson. And I've been at Keeney's since 1988.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 26 or so, 27 years.
27 plus.
Wow, that's awesome. So talk a little bit, share with our viewers out there that never heard about Keeney's before, and for our audience members, it's www.Keeneys, Keeneys.com, Keeneys.com. What is Keeney's, and what does it represent here in Seattle, and why is it green?
Well, Keeney's is a woman-owned, locally owned company founded in 1947.
Wow.
The founder, Bob Keeney, no longer with us, sold the company to his daughter, Lisa, in the early 1980s.
Okay.
Bob was an outdoorsman, fisherman, lived on Whidbey Island and on the east side, and believed in wilderness and preserving wilderness. He passed those values on to Lisa. Lisa had our company as one of the leaders in green offices in the 90s. We have a plaque on our wall from 1993 showing that we were a sponsor for offices in the green.
Wow.
And it was a great fit for me, having studied science in society and the impact of technology on the environment, to work for a company that had such a great sustainability story.
And Lisa's still the boss?
Lisa's still the boss.
How big is Keeney's, and how many stores do you have?
We don't run stores anymore. We closed our retail in the early aughts to focus on commercial business.
Okay.
We're the vendor to King County, the vendor to the Seattle Mariners. We have contracts with the Port of Seattle, the City of Seattle, and many, many smaller entities, law firms,
So you sell
theaters.
your products online and office supplies online and interior stuff online?
We mostly sell interiors by having our salespeople go out and do consultative selling with salespeople.
Okay.
Big part of our supplies business as well. But we do have an open website. We can set up anybody to buy on our website anytime.
At Keeneys.com.
Keeneys.com.
So talk a little bit about buying green supplies without overspending. We've got some of them here. Share that message and why it's important and very doable.
Completely doable. About 7 years ago, the City of Seattle went out to bid for green office supplies. They provided anybody who wanted to bid a list of the items they bought the most. And our jobs as vendors were to come back with pricing on those items and then pricing on greener alternatives that cost no more than 10% more, and that, taken as a package, would result in cost savings. And we were able to do that.
Wow.
We have always believed in carrying green products in our own warehouse, so we buy them better than the products we source through wholesale channels, and we can save people money as long as we know the full story of what they're buying and how they're using office supplies. And that's why our consultative selling is so important when we want to set up a new customer to buy office supplies from us. We want to know what they're buying, how they're using it. We want to know if they've set their printers to duplex. If they're not buying remanufactured toner, we'll get them a cartridge from Magnum, our local toner remanufacturer, to try. Tremendous cost savings there without any loss of quality at all.
Stephen, why is sustainability and buying locally so tied together and so imperative?
You want to sustain your local community as well as the greater environment.
Right.
One of the best ways to do that is to keep dollars in the community. Different studies have been done over the years showing anywhere from 3 times to 7 times the value of your dollar to your community if you spend it with a locally owned company.
Wow.
Locally owned company invests more, does their charitable donations to local companies. All of the employees are local.
Speaking of employees, how many employees do you have at Keeney's?
We have 36 employees, and just a year ago we had 30. So we've had tremendous growth. There's a furniture boom happening in Seattle right now. Our interiors division is doing better than it ever has. And we've added project management help, outside salespeople, installers, delivery people, warehouse people.
And you say furniture boom. Has it been a sustainable furniture boom?
Yes. The people that we're selling furniture to care a great deal about buying products that help them get lead points, that help their workers work more sustainably, lower panels, better light, better airflow, tons of sit to stand.
That's
yes.
So nice. So 36 employees. How do you make green your culture and your DNA? Besides the owner and besides you, how do you get the other 34 or so employees into sustainability as much as the both of you are?
It's not difficult. We live it in our office. Our warehouse, our break room are all set up to be sustainable. We had waste management in the city of Redmond come out and help us become a zero waste facility a few years ago, and that took work from all of our employees. Our warehouse manager has found a place for us to take all the styrofoam we get in packaging and get it recycled. Wow. We used to go to Kent to the recycler for styrofoam once a month. Then our salespeople started saying, why don't we do this for our customers? So now we pick up styrofoam and we go to Kent with styrofoam a couple times a week.
Wow.
We've gone from having 4 dumpster pickups a week and 1 recycling pickup a week to 8 recycling pickups a week and a dumpster pickup every 2 weeks.
You know, we're here today at the Go Green event conference here in downtown Seattle. Why is it so important for Keeneys to be at Go Green, and what's your role with Go Green today at this wonderful conference?
We have been at every Go Green Seattle. This is the 5th year that Go Green has been here. We've been an exhibitor and a sponsor every year. It's our biggest marketing event of the year. We budget for it. We provide furniture for the stages here, furniture for the lounge. We give away a tremendous amount of useful, sustainable, imprinted swag, which we also sell to anybody who wants to buy it from us. It's a great day for us, our best prospecting day of the year.
So you don't actually speak at the event, you actually have a booth here.
We have a booth here. We did a little mini session on ergonomics earlier. We'll speak if they ever ask us to.
Talk a little bit about ergonomics and sustainability. How are they tied together?
Again, it's a matter of sustaining the employees in the work environment. You want your employees to be able to work productively and happily. If that means finding a way for them to stand part of the day, to have a chair that supports them, a keyboard tray that puts the keyboard at the proper height, they can work in alignment. All of that creates a sustainable workforce. It reduces insurance claims, so it's good for the bottom line, and it means that you have less turnover.
Talk a little bit about sustainability and green products. Show us some of the green products you brought here today, and how big is your line of green products?
We have tens of thousands of green items.
Wow.
We have almost anything you can think of, we have a green alternative for it. These notebooks come in different sizes. This is a little tiny one with our logo on it, made by Guided Products. They've changed their name 3 times. I still want to call them Rebinder because they started out as a binder company that's called Guided Products. They're in South Seattle. They make binders, notebooks, CD holders, 100% recycled paper stock, 100% recycled covers. Great product, very inexpensive and easy to get imprinted. It's a cardboard pen, bamboo clip, recyclable plastic on the bottom, refillable. Great product. It's a rapid stapler, little tiny one that we're giving away today for people at Go Green. 100% recycled plastic. This is a great product to talk about. Whiteboard marker. You can refill this marker 4 times.
No.
Yes.
I've never heard of such a thing.
No odor at all. So it's completely non-toxic and it doesn't
VOCs.
ghost. No VOCs.
Oh, wonderful.
So it costs savings and it's a sustainable product. Sustainability means you don't waste anything, and that has to save money.
Who's in charge of sourcing all these amazing products?
We have a great purchasing department. I would lie and tell you it's 30 people, but we only have 36 total. It's 2 people. They're incredibly dedicated. They do all of our purchasing, but they have tremendous depth of knowledge in sustainable products.
No kidding. So many of your products are as green as these. So that's what the differentiator is for Keeneys versus any other office supply type of company.
It's partly that, though. Everybody in the office supply business has access to many sustainable office supplies.
Right.
The difference with us is we have the expertise in our staff, from purchasing to customer service, sales management, sales administration. We can take the list of things you buy now and give you a list not only of sustainable alternatives, but the cost difference and the reason we consider it sustainable. We leave the customer in charge of that. We're not green Nazis by any means. We'll sell people whatever they want to buy. But we have the expertise to guide them to make the choices that their business wants to choose in order to reflect their business's values.
Gotcha. For our audience members that just joined us, we've got Sterne. He's the general manager of Keeney's Office Supply and Interiors. You can find Stephen and his colleagues and Keeney's at www.Keeneys, KEENEYS.com. We're at the Go Green edition of Green is Good. Stephen, one of the most important things when it comes to sustainability is carbon footprint. What does logistics look like for Keeney's in the delivery process, and how involved is Keeney's with greening the logistics of your delivery process?
It's a constant place that we pay attention. Every time we need a new truck, whether we're expanding routes or something breaks and we have to replace it, we look at every alternative that we have. So far, we're buying diesel trucks. That's what we buy. We've looked at liquid natural gas, for instance, but there are only 3 places in our area where we can buy it. So we'd have to waste so much time idling in traffic to get to it.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense for us to convert our fleet.
Right.
So what we do is we have smaller sprinters, which get 25, 26 miles to the gallon on our more distant routes where the trucks are less full and the distances are greater. In the core of downtown Seattle, we use Isuzu box vans. Their gas mileage isn't so good, but we don't need that many of them on the road where traffic is congested in order to make all the deliveries because they're bigger, higher capacity. We have flexible routing, so every day, the truck that goes on Route 3 might have some Route 4 stops and Route 2 stops if Route 3 is less busy that day. Our warehouse manager works very hard to make sure that everybody is out before rush hour and everybody is back before rush hour, because in Seattle, traffic is very bad, especially at the ends of the day, and we want to beat that on the early side both ways. So
your office manager, your plant manager, warehouse manager manages the logistics of the whole company?
Daily.
Wow.
Daily. He is a very, very smart guy. His name is Charles Jackson. He not only has done that for our routing, he is really the guy who took us from being 20% waste stream company to a 0% waste stream company.
Zero waste. And Waste Management helped you, as you said.
They helped us and they certified it, they inspected our garbage, and they gave us a little plaque.
Amazing. That's
It's
so
nice
wonderful.
when your garbage can win awards.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Really
So, as you shared at the top of the show, Stephen, your company is really grounded in green, grounded in sustainability, from its founder to now the current owner, his daughter, and with you leading the way. But sustainability is a journey. Here we are sitting in 2015. You were way ahead of the curve. Your owners were way ahead of the curve. America's sustainability revolution is really taking hold now, but there's still so much more we can do. How do you wake up in the morning, and how does your owner wake up, and what do you talk about among yourselves in making Keeney's even greener in the months and years ahead?
We're going to keep looking at alternative fuel delivery vehicles. We talked with the people here from Freewheel, who deliver in the core of downtown by bicycle. Now, some office supplies you can't deliver by bicycle. Cartons of copy paper, 55 pounds each, not a good fit. But we talked with them earlier today. Is there some way for us to give them downtown core deliveries that are small and light? We're continually looking at new product. We're putting pressure on our suppliers and manufacturers to do better at not only producing green product, but giving us concrete, tangible, measurable statements as to carbon savings with each product compared to alternative traditional products.
Gotcha.
Now, our customers, the more sophisticated ones, want to know, well, if I buy this greener product, exactly what is the carbon impact compared with buying a traditional product? Very hard for us to answer that right now, but it's something we want to get better at.
With regards to, we're sitting in a city that is steeped in the pillars and foundational elements are both pioneers and pioneering people and businesses, sustainability, innovation, and innovation then has a subsector of technology.
Right.
You have the homes and the birthplace of Starbucks and of Costco and Amazon.
Right.
How has technology affected Keeney's for better or for worse over the years?
It's a great question. The office supply business has been shattered by technology. If you look at what you used to do on a pad with a pen, you now do it on an iPad.
That's right.
I bought an iPad the first day they were available with a cellular connection, and I've had an iPad with me ever since.
Ever since.
And as a result, I use a lot less paper and ink than I used to, and I That's a great thing for sustainability, right? It's not so great if all you're trying to do is sell the most possible office supplies to the same customer every year.
Right.
So in order to survive, we have to get better at branching into other markets. Technology gives us a whole new set of challenges for ergonomics. We've gotten very good at solving those problems for customers. We have a great sustainability program developed with the city of Seattle that we can now offer to any business in the region, anyone who wants to come to us. So as we've seen light customers spend less and less money, and we're helping them do that as aggressively as they want, we've branched out and gotten more and more customers. Very few office supply companies in the United States had a growth in the office supply category last year, but we did by having more customers.
That is just great, and we're going to leave it on that note, and we always welcome you back, Stephen, to share the journey in sustainability about Keeney's and Keeney's great story in sustainability, and we really appreciate your time today. For our audience members out there, to learn more about Stephen and what he's doing with his colleagues at Keeney's and to buy from Keeney's office supply and interiors, please go to www.Keeneys.com. Stephen, you are an inspirational business leader, sustainability superstar, and truly living proof that green is good. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
You bet.